Alright, let's show you really quick how, show you guys how to insert a record into the Entity Framework database. So this is pretty easy. So in this case, I'm going to assume that you already have your controller and your view set up. I already have mine set up. I have a view here called create, which is a view based off of a view model that I have that the user must fulfill. And then I'm actually passing that view model here, and this isn't an actual model that will be saved. You'll see how I create that, and this is much more common that you'll come across. It's very likely that very unlikely you'll ever be passing the exact model that will be saved. So let's go ahead. I already have my user context, which essentially is a variable from users. So this is the model class that actually is representing the table or a row in the table users. And this is the view model, which we will see. This is the model that's built that the create view is built off of. And then this is the view model, which will show the user details, which you'll see after the user has been created. And then finally, this is the last class in our users class that is responsible for updating, creating, and reading and deleting records from the database, just called the DB set. So going ahead and looking at some of this code here, so now I just instantiated or initialized my user context. Again, this is responsible for the CRUD operations. So I'm going to come down here, and after the post method has happened, we have to save the record, right? So I'm going to say db.users, because that's the variable name that I gave it in my db context. And I'm going to say add. And then I'm going to say user, because I'm creating a new user in here. And now I need to just initialize the variables this way, and I can say username is equal to model.username. I'll say password is equal to model.password, and we'll say email is equal to model.email, and phone is equal to model.phone. And finally, there's last logged in. The model doesn't have one of these, but I know it's a date time, so I'm going to set it to that. And finally, we need to save those changes. So we're going to db save changes, and what those do is that will commit this transaction finally to the database. So we are adding a user to the set essentially, and then we're saving that set to the database. And it's as simple as that. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to build my project here, and I'm going to run it. And it always takes a little bit to kind of get up and go here, so give me a second. So you can see us playing with this earlier. These are the two records that are showing up. Notice that it's not showing everything. It's not showing our password, for instance. It's because I have it set up that way. So let's go ahead and create a new user. I'm going to call this user 3. And I'm not going to put anything in the phone. So again, this is a view model. This is built off a view model that I made. And now I'm going to hit create, and it's going to call that controller, the post controller here. So I'm going to hit create, and then it sent me back to our index page. And now you can see that I have user 3, and you can see that I have the email I just sent in, the last login date, and the phone. So these are links that are not initialized yet. I haven't done anything with them, so we'll do something with it later. And that's all there really is to it, to add records. You really don't have to do anything else. It's literally you just go ahead and you get your model and you save it as necessary. Sorry, yawning today. And then you go ahead and just save those changes and commit them. So, and then you do whatever action after that you need to. And for our case, we just redirect it back to the index. So hopefully this was successful in helping you, and that completes this tutorial.